got your back, no doubt it's me who's running this. No, I got nothing else to lose. Unstoppable.
Welcome to Charmingly Toxic, where Prosecco meets psychology. I'm your host, Denise Capurso. Each week, my guests and I dive into the control, charm, and chaos unfolding across our favorite reality shows. We're not here to diagnose anyone, but we are here to side-eye the charm, the control, and all that unhinged emotional chaos. Cheers to my guests and all the listeners. Joanne, we're back and we survived the storm.
We sure did.
Cheers and shout out to Silt Bar again, because I couldn't have made it without it. I have been in the house since Friday night and it is now Wednesday late afternoon.
Cheers to you, Denise.
Cheers. Okay, so this morning I woke up and I watched the Salt Lake City reunion part 3. And I guess 3/4 of the way through, I'm like, is this fucking done yet? It was a beating. Overall, I don't think we really got anywhere, but, there were some parts maybe we could highlight. So in the beginning, we cut back to Brittany walking off and being upset because Meredith's implying she's a bigot. And, I was kind of glad that Andy was like, wait, what? He was really sort of giving Brittany a lot of grace. And then he said, Meredith, no offense, but maybe Brittany just doesn't like you.
Yeah, that was great.
I was like, yes, Andy. Say something to her. And I just wanted to note with Brittany, she was hyperventilating and what we see is really dramatic. I think there is a part there where Brittany doesn't get angry back. She immediately goes to crying and collapse, which is a trauma response. But, part of us, I think the viewers wish she would get angry and stay in the fight, right, instead of just being like, I can't, and just collapsing.
Which makes her an easier target, especially for someone like Meredith or Lisa.
Exactly. Yeah. And Meredith knows it.
Right.
So she goes off stage, collects herself, and she comes back and interrupts in a great part and was like, okay, Brittany, no social cues either. So this was when Mary was starting to try to speak to Meredith one-on-one and say, okay, you were on a roll with Brittany before we even got on the plane. And Meredith admits to having one drink in the lounge. And then Lisa just starts randomly crying.
Deflects to her on the boat. That was a good tag team.
Definitely. If I'm in too deep, start crying. They collude for sure. And that is the right word, collusion.
Yeah. And she's just saying, I'm done. And then she just did not stop talking the entire time. But I'm finished. I'm done. I'm not saying anything else. And she kept talking.
None of them can stop talking. Okay. So, I just don't want to rehash Meredith's shit anymore. It's the same fucking thing over and over. We're done. Yeah. We've had it. Get her off. No one wants to see you come back. That's the end. Though one thing she said was she brought a drug test today and I'll take it and I'll take one every day. And then they're talking about how they exchange drugs amongst friends. And Heather's like, I've given you a lot of pills in our relationship. I'm like, ladies, okay, just maybe stop talking.
Sleeping pill, a Xanax?
Okay, so let's just move past this because I can't. So Andy applauds the rest of them for their vulnerability this season and says they're all great moms. And then he starts checking in with each of them. Whitney first. And that's when she says, now I officially own all the Wild Rose Beauty products.
She owns the name, but she had to buy back all of the product.
Okay. So she has to still try to unload them somewhere.
Yeah.
Good luck. Then she kind of leads to she and Justin having some problems. And Andy asks if she resents him. And later on, she gets a little bit into it, but she leans more towards Justin resents her and her being the bad guy in the relationship.
Yeah.
Which I totally agree with. The dynamics there are super messy. She's way younger. She was an employee. That's how they got together. But she pushed so many boundaries on camera with him.
But got him fired.
It got him fired. And then was like, invest all your money in my company.
No.
Not yet. I thought I read something like they're legally separated.
Oh, really? No, I hadn't read it.
I think so. I could be wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. And then while all this is going on, Mary falls asleep and Andy calls her out, which was so funny.
It was so funny.
Well, at the end, they had this little chyron on the bottom that said they've been filming for 12 hours. I mean, I would be asleep too. I'd be like, when is this over? I can't talk about this anymore.
Oh my gosh. I can do like 20, 25 minutes in a meeting. And I'm like, nah.
I mean, how does Andy go for that long? Can't he put some boundaries around this?
Apparently not. The producers want to get as much content to clip it into 3 full hours. Like maybe there's your first cue. Yeah. Like cut it to 6 hours filming and make it 1.5 hours.
No more 3-hour reunions or
Yeah.
3-part reunions. It's too much.
It's way too much.
Blah, blah, blah. He talks to them about their kids. Nothing big here.
Well, he asked Meredith about Seth saying on Next Gen New York City that he wants to be pansexual.
Yeah, she blows it off like, I think he was kidding. I'm like,
Right.
he's not kidding. He's so not into monogamy. So then Andy goes for Lisa a little bit and says, it seems like John wants to embarrass you on camera.
Mm-hmm.
She plays the victim immediately, like, I feel undervalued and like no one appreciates me. And she lists off like specific chores and tasks she does for every family member, but not really any points of like intimate connection.
Yeah.
So someone says, you know, the big thing is that you don't listen, and the viewers agree you don't listen. You're not a good listener. And then the true narcissist side of her comes out, and she basically says she is pissed. The biggest reason why she's pissed is that he made her look bad on camera.
Yeah.
And keeps saying, I don't need help from any of you. I'm just pissed I look bad on camera. I was like, there it is, people. There it is.
Damn. Then they cut to Angie's face. She was like all excited.
Right. Andy says later on, like the two of them act like sisters, Angie and Lisa. And I totally see that. I mean, I didn't have that much with my sisters, but there is a sister dynamic where one minute you're jealous, the next minute you want to be just like them. And the next minute you're like, ew, I'm nothing like you. Get away from me. There is that sisterhood.
Yeah, I could see that.
So then we go through all Bronwyn's clips, which were freaking sad. But at the same time, we're like, Bronwyn gave a lot. Like she gave up her whole life on camera for all of us to watch. And I have to give her the award for this reunion as being the most authentic, I think.
I agree.
Of all the castmates. Like she really put it all out there. And God, like those clips of Todd, like he's so gross. Like he just sits there like an old, frumpy, grumpy yuck.
Well, it's interesting that she said he watched every single episode and went on Reddit.
Okay, but this is interesting too, because Todd's a narcissist, and Bronwyn says, so he watched everything and he was, I don't remember the word she used, but something like heartbroken.
He was beside himself.
Beside himself.
Yes.
But then, like in the next sentence or two, he says he's blaming her for it.
Yeah. And Muzzy did too, for her ending.
Right. So again, not introspective that I was behaving badly on camera, but let me blame this on Bronwyn for setting me up, asking me the wrong questions, making it look bad, being on the show in the first place. This guy's garbage.
And I have to say, Denise, back in the first season that they were on together, you totally clocked that they were getting divorced.
Oh, God. And this is the other piece of it. And I see this a lot with my clients. Like she's so sad and devastated because she truly, truly loves something about him. He does not love her.
Yeah.
You know, she says in one part, like, oh, you know, he's been very helpful with my parents, or, you know, he paid for memory care or visited my mom. But with narcissists, everything is transactional. And so if I do this, what am I getting in return?
Yeah.
It's not just out of the kindness of their heart.
Yeah. She'll be good though. She'll be good.
I think so, but she did look pretty fragile.
Yeah, I agree. Like you said, she was definitely the most authentic.
Mm-hmm. And she is really grieving. And then we found out her dad died.
Yeah.
Right when she got back from Greece. I mean, that had been horrible. Like she said, they knew that he was struggling with Alzheimer's, but they didn't see, like, this was just from a fall. And so that had to been really challenging. And how her mom was in denial that he had Alzheimer's and dementia. And oh my gosh, this woman needs like a spa vacation for a year. If she wants to go to Miraval, I will join her, but she probably has some higher end. Yeah, so then, like you said, Muzzy, same thing. She watched it, and initially she was like, oh my gosh, do I treat you like this? And then flips it back on Bronwyn. Okay, she's definitely coming back next season because she had the first seat, but I want to see her with a support system, like bring in one of her friends, please.
Yeah.
You know, she's been kind of solo on this cast, and so I hope they bring in someone that's like, yes, Bronwyn's my best friend. I've got her back.
Yeah, because it's weird. Like, I guess her and Mary are now extremely close, but I don't think that's the answer.
Again, Mary, she looks so good in this reunion. And even on the show, she has such good moments of being a friend, but I don't know.
Well, they alluded to Meredith having issues with production, and Andy didn't really let her say it, but I can't imagine they ask her back after that.
No way. And I want to know what the story was. Why didn't they talk about it? Just, you know, it's the production. You treat them so badly. They were all defending them. Can you just tell us what she says?
To the point of crying. Like, Whitney was crying. I think someone else, Mary, was upset.
Mary.
Yeah.
I mean, whether it was on the plane or what she says to production, no one will say the awful things. They won't repeat the exact verbiage. So again, how bad is it? What is she saying?
Yeah. I don't know. It's frustrating. You could tell Andy was pretty annoyed and just kind of skipped over it. But it seems like the whole cast turned against her, except maybe Lisa.
Yeah, she's not coming back. And okay, let's say she's banking on her DJ career. Well, that's going to go down the toilet. The only reason people go see you as a DJ is because you're a real housewife. You know, that's going to last like, what, a year? And then they're going to be like, okay.
She's not Lisa fucking Renna.
And she's not an icon like Luann. Andy says at the end, what's one thing you all learned this season? And they all come back with pretty solid, clear-minded remarks or, you know, clear communications, patience, acceptance, but they're going to be the same mess next season. Like, they can't help themselves. They have one moment of clarity.
I feel a lot of personal growth in those statements, those closing statements.
Like, they know what to say. They just don't know how to act. So I'm so glad. I love the show. It was a great ride, great season, but I feel like it was just too much. Like the last few episodes and this reunion, I need a big break.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll bring in any newbies besides hopefully Bronwyn's new best friend?
Yeah, good question. I don't know. I think it's too soon to know. I mean, they're coming off epic ratings, right? Like it was all the rage and they had the advantage of it being filming while BravoCon was happening. So everyone was all about Salt Lake. So I wonder how much they really want to tweak it. You know what I mean? A lot of people are talking about it.
I think I'd be okay with Meredith being a friend of.
Yeah.
But if they bring her back as full cast.
And they say it every season, but like Whitney, does she really have a good storyline? I don't know. I love them all. I think they're great, but I don't know.
If Whitney says to the producers, I'm going to let you see all of my separation and divorce, they'll be like, okay.
Yeah.
That's the storyline. We'll ride with that. So that might be next season. Okay. Moving on.
Yes.
I'm always going to call it the Shaws, but the Valley Persian style.
Yes.
Okay. So we leave off in Palm Springs with Gigi convincing Dennis to come down to visit, where she brings him to this dinner and everyone rips him to shreds.
Yes.
It's like, that's cold-hearted.
And I didn't know their business was a sex toy line.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Wow.
So Dennis's apology is pretty weak. They say they're best friends for 13 years. I mean, maybe there were times they were really good friends and other times they didn't talk, just like all the rest of the cast. Like, they're not constantly best friends. There are gaps where no one's talking to each other.
Yeah.
So she and Dennis are talking about how her intimately Gigi sex toy line is everywhere. It's in Australia. It's in Canada. It's everywhere. Like, never heard of it. So then we leave them and then we go to Tanis and Greg inviting everyone to Palm Springs. Now, this isn't their Palm Springs house, is it? It's just like an Airbnb or something.
Yeah. I think it's a cast production.
Yeah. And then Natasha and what's his name saying, can we bring our kids? I was like, no, you cannot bring your kids.
Guess what? They did.
That was terrible. Why couldn't one of the grandparents watch? I mean,
because they brought someone to nanny and stay in the hotel with them anyway. Yeah, very weird.
the only thing I could think is at one point, I think we see her breastfeeding the youngest, but
Yes.
still, that child looks pretty old, probably could take a bottle.
All right.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to get into the whole wife dying. That's so sad for me. I don't really want to talk about it too much. What do you think? Like his ex?
Yeah, I just wanted your opinion, like when the medium is there, but that comes later.
Okay.
I got one. Reza changed his name. Reza Jackson had a different last name. He changed it to Jackson for Michael Jackson because he danced like him.
I did not see that coming. I wrote, I hope he never went to Neverland. Yikes.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So then we see MJ's pool party. And they said it's like so hot out and they're out there sweating, the women. And the Vita's inside watching the kids. Did you see that? She's like, we're going to just stay in here in the air conditioning, kids. Vita's like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to go outside and sweat. I was like, I'm with her. You guys can go outside and talk, but I'm not going out there. Yuck. And then at one point, the kids are messing around and being bad. And Natasha's like, you can't do that. Shams is like,
house.
he can do whatever he wants in my house. Like, you're not in charge.
Yeah, that was great.
So they talk about Tommy not wanting to hang out with the group.
What's your take on Tommy? Did we talk about this yet?
I don't understand how these two fell in love in the first place. I mean, talk about complete different coasts. First of all, he's a
Queens, yeah.
I thought he was Irish, maybe from Queens.
Yeah, he's from Queens. I know that.
Sounds like a firefighter, talks like a firefighter, police officer, and she grew up in Persian wealth in LA. I mean, I don't see any connection. What do they have in common? I have no idea how it started. I'm guessing this was the sex, but I don't know. Or maybe she's like, this. I've never dated anyone like this. I've only dated Persian men and it's gone totally wrong. And I think at the beginning, he was very much like obsessed with her, what she looked like, her body, like validation that she always wanted. Maybe in her community, she was always being told she was too fat, too big, too much.
All of these women are drop dead gorgeous.
Yes, they are. Ridiculously beautiful.
It's not fair. Yes.
So I kind of get, this Tommy not wanting to hang out with the group. He doesn't really fit in. He fits in with her, but he doesn't really fit in general. And so she's kind of struggling with this because she's forgiven Reza, even though he was horrific to her. And I can see Tommy's point, like, I can't believe you forgave this guy.
Yeah. It's not in his DNA to forgive those actions.
And it partly seems like, well, I'll forgive him so that we can be back on TV and make some money. And Tommy's probably like, great, you can roll with that, but I'm not.
Right.
Okay, so they go to the Airbnb. Sky is pissed. It's not up to her standards, even though her best friend picked out a room and everything. She's like, nope, I don't like it here.
Okay, I'm going to say I think Sky is the biggest brat on the cast, though.
She sucks.
She makes Gigi look like kind and sweet.
She thinks she's above them all.
Yes.
Like this superiority and an entitlement. She's not Persian, right?
I assume she was. I'm not sure.
I thought she was maybe Latina. I don't know. But again, she's like, I don't want to live in the valley with you guys. I want to live over there. This is not my scene. I don't like the food. I don't like the people. I don't like any of this.
I need higher ceilings in my kitchen.
Yeah. Okay. Again, I want to skip the whole medium part. It was just so sad. What did you want to ask about that, though?
I guess, I can't even imagine being the wife of Amir, was clearly head over heels in love with the woman who died suddenly, tragically. And then he said he would talk to a medium, but they both agreed, like, maybe she shouldn't be there, Natasha, the new wife. And then they just throw it on them in a living room in front of everybody. I just felt like how difficult for Natasha. And I was relieved that the medium said, oh yeah, she loves you.
Yeah, because I was like, did production just exploit this situation? This is kind of gross. Or who set up the medium there? And did they not tell everybody?
It was who booked the trip?
Tannen, is that her name?
I think she brought the medium.
I mean, the medium was brought on purposely for that, purposely to channel his ex.
Yeah, you wonder, would she really go on camera being fake? a fake medium, knowing that production fed her stuff about like each of the dads and moms that passed, and then obviously ended with Amir and his wife.
I mean, I don't think they fed her information, but I do think she was brought on specifically in hopes that she would bring up something about the dead wife.
Yeah.
So I didn't like it.
Yeah, it was a touch too personal.
Yeah.
So let's skip to the dinner.
Okay. Dinner was great. So they go to 849 restaurant for Adam's birthday. This is where they got married 10 years ago. Reza thinks it's a huge accomplishment because he said, if I was married to me, I would be on a Dateline special.
That was great.
You know, Reza is a fucking nightmare to be married to. That guy is so high maintenance, needy, annoying, also rude, obnoxious, says terrible things.
I need to go back and watch the older seasons. He's so polite on Worst Cooks in America. He's like super respectful, incredibly polite, listens really well. So
yeah, he's got two totally different sides of him.
Yeah.
So they're all sitting and talking, blah, blah, blah. And then Dennis walks in, I said, with his hair plugs. He looks kind of goofy. I wrote, does this guy have game? He looks awkward to me. Like, do you see him walk in a room and be like, wow, this guy's the shit? No.
This guy thinks he's the shit is the vibe he gives me.
But he also, everybody knows he thinks he's the shit, but we all can see he's not. So I don't get the attraction there. He looks like a doofus. He looks like a used car salesman. Like,
I'm sure, well, she even said it. Like, she knew that he worshiped her. And I got it backwards last week. You were right. She married Dennis to get back at the other husband. But I think she knew, like, this is the doofus and I can take advantage of that.
He's so untrustworthy, though. Like, he just looks like
smarmy.
Whoa. So this is when, so Gigi brings him, and I wonder what she told him. I'm thinking she said, hey, come down to this dinner. I want everyone to make amends. So we're all on the same page and you and I can start our business back together and I don't have to hear any crap from anybody. So it'll be fun. Come on down. And he's like, okay. It gets there and it's like annihilation. Like MJ goes to town on this guy. They're all like, you're a piece of shit. You're disgusting. Gigi's like, yeah. I mean, what did you think about that?
She set him up and I thought it was great.
So then who said this? Someone said, you invite Dennis and don't tell anyone? I'm pissed, bitch.
Oh, I don't know. I just know Reza Jackson, who's like flirty with Gigi, which I don't see that going anywhere, but he was like, she calls Dennis a villain, but Gigi's equally the villain.
I mean, yeah, they are both two crazy, toxic people. So while all this is going on and they're like yelling at each other, the drag queen comes out with the cake. They're fighting and the Reza is like, did you not see the cake? It was a gay rainbow in the shape of a heart. A drag queen bought it. This is sacrilegious. Keep this straight nonsense at home.
That was awesome. Stop with your straight bullshit.
I mean, that was the best part of the show. Like, he brings such comic relief. But again, I would be pissed at Gigi too. Like, hey, we're out here trying to have fun and you bring this loser to a celebratory dinner where we all have to rake him over the coals because he's just disgusting. And maybe you guys will go back into business for a few months, but it's not going to last and it's just bullshit anyway.
Right.
Do you think we're going to see a lot of Dennis this season, or this is like his entry and exit?
I don't know. It feels like he's going to resurface through the season.
I don't know. I definitely think she's going to be like dabbling with Reza J, which is just going to be stupid.
Storyline.
She's never going to settle down with anyone. She can't. She's just not capable. I don't think she's capable of being stable enough to be present for anybody.
How old is she?
I want to say she's 40s. I think Reza's the oldest.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or him and MJ maybe are the same age.
Yeah, because they met in high school. Yeah, they met in high school. They showed that flashback.
I don't know. Hopefully it gets funnier and less sad. I really want to move on from the dead wife.
Yeah. I mean, they're building character depth, which I appreciate because there's a lot of new characters, but they're growing on me. I quite enjoyed it. I think it's really entertaining.
I do want to see more fighting. Because that's how it was in the old days. Lots of fighting, but like really entertaining fighting. Like their one-liners, the way they go at each other, it's pretty amazing.
Awesome.
So fingers crossed for that show. All right, let's talk about Traitors.
Yes.
So they bring him back to that scary little house where they do all the what was that game back in the day on MTV?
Fear Factor.
Fear Factor. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
I can't stand those challenges. They're just so disgusting.
Oh, I know. I fast forward through the eating ones anyway. I always fast.
So they didn't vote. They didn't kill anyone?
It started, yeah, there was no murder because no one took a shield. And I thought it made it more interesting because there was no murder. So then it goes right into the challenge and then the round table.
And so Colton is like on to Rinna.
Big time. And he kind of threatens her before the round table. If you keep my name out of the turret and I'll keep your name out of my mouth at the round table. And she does her tell face, which if you've seen online, that like squinchy face where she's lying. Like they showed all these housewife clips.
She did not play that well at all. Like it was like, he got you. He knows it. Like you're done. I think she's done for. Too much. She's too much.
Well, I wrote down, since we're at the round table, Natalie's outfit, what in the hell was that? She looked like she was on Tron or something.
Oh, I don't remember.
It wasn't only not cute, it was not flattering. And she is a gorgeous figure.
She is. I don't remember it.
Like Traitors, no, stick with the kilts and the plaid.
That's right. The Scottish attire, please.
And the hats and glasses. Like, not what you're doing, girl. That was not it.
What'd you think of the round table?
I thought it was really good. So I guess we're going to find out more about Dorinda and Ron's beef.
Yeah. Okay. So last week we were saying like Ron, not funny, not coming off great, kind of yucky. And then he gets voted off and he is coming online saying, you know, he's been diagnosed autistic and people weren't understanding his gameplay or his personality. And then there was something that happened between him and Dorinda.
Yeah. And like, I could see Dorinda not being, I don't know, maybe he didn't really share enough, but I can't see Dorinda being like, tell me. She's like, I asked about your family. And he's like, no. He called her right out and pushed right back on her. So I felt bad in that scenario for him. I think it was too much for him because even he was like, vote me off and then you'll see the truth. Like he was kind of done.
Yeah.
But I loved, God damn it, that Rob Snake Wrangler is really growing on me, Denise, and I don't like it.
He's a good game player. That doesn't mean I think he's a good spouse or partner for anybody.
True. But here's a nugget. Remember Aaron from his season of Love Island, the British guy? That Aaron won Traitors UK when it was non-celebrity. It was just all civilians. And he went on Love Island after with Rob. So Rob's got some legit coaching on how to play this game.
I want to go back to Dorinda for a minute. And this, how do I put this delicately? And we saw this a little bit in Roni. She definitely thinks that she's a higher class than other people and speaks down to quote unquote help. Not as bad as Ramona, but I do think there's some prejudice, racism, underlying bias with her. And I wouldn't be surprised if that is what comes out.
Yeah. He said he has the receipts and he's going to share them. So I don't know if they'll bring it up at the reunion. Well, also with Dorinda, she shared in interviews that she had beef with Carolyn Stansberry.
I wonder if they had some of the same friend groups because Dorinda lived in London for a long time. When she was married to Richard, the guy she always talked about, she lived in London primarily with him, I think.
Yeah, she said she's been friends with her forever. They go back so many years, but she kept telling her what to do. And she did it once, she did it twice, and she warned her, and then she did it a third time. And apparently Dorinda absolutely went ballistic on her, which obviously they didn't show. Maybe they're saving it for the reunion.
I mean, we know Dorinda. So are they not serving them alcohol? Because once she has 2 drinks, she's a disaster. And she cannot keep her mouth shut. And she's very rude, condescending, unhinged. So was she sober the whole time? I can't imagine she was. I mean, maybe during filming scenes, but off camera, you're telling me she didn't drink for 2 weeks?
Yeah. Who knows? Yeah. I hope it all comes out. They're doing a ton of press already.
I know she's trying to behave. You can see it.
Absolutely, because her mouth got her kicked off the first time last season.
And this is the only show where she's been kind of held accountable. Like, you act like an asshole, you're getting kicked off. Like Roni, they're like, no, you can come back. It's fine. Like, you're a drunk disaster. No big deal. So you could see she's trying really hard to be nice.
And it sounds like they're giving her a good edit because they didn't show the fight with Ron. They didn't show the fight with Caroline.
Is there a Traitors reunion?
Yeah. Andy
Oh,
hosts
I don't
it.
remember. There is?
Yeah.
Who hosts it?
Andy Cohen.
Do we think he likes Stir and Dead? Did we talk about this?
He must. She was on Watch What Happens Live this past week, too. And that's where the Carolyn beef came out.
And she behaved on Watch What Happens Live?
Pretty much. She was in the second seat, but she was pretty behaved. But she said, like, I'm really good until I'm not.
Yeah. With her, I really think if she was sober for a long period of time, but her, I think is really caring, genuine, kind, giving. But the drinking part of her is like a switch flips. Like, she is evil, but I can't imagine she didn't drink it all while filming. No, well, while there, I should say.
Yeah, right.
So none of them, even with their dinners, that they don't give them alcohol or wine.
They did on prior seasons, so we'll see. We'll see with this banquet that comes out. But I think when it comes down to the vote, Rob voting for Lisa was super smart on his part.
I do too, because she sucks at this point. Like, everybody knows, and he has to let her go.
Right. And it was, at that point, it was a tie. And then the dancer guy, Mark, with his really interesting hairdo, decided to vote out Ron. So what Lisa said, what they didn't show, is immediately after she pulled him into somewhere and started spanking him. Said, I can't believe they didn't show that. And Andy said, yeah, I would like to see that.
Okay, so this week, this show's on Thursdays?
Yes.
That's why I can't remember, because we record on Wednesdays.
It's a long gap. But it's so good. I love it. It's so fun and entertaining.
I know. I hate when it gets down to the end because it's going to be over soon and you're like, shit.
Yeah. I think Lisa's done for, like you said. I agree with you. I think Ron could take it to the end because Candace on an interview said someone at the end, they have a lot to answer for. It has to be Rob. I bet you Rob ends up winning as a traitor and turns on Candace.
So do you think after they vote out Lisa, do you think they put in another traitor?
They usually do, but
right?
Who knows? They're good with twists to keep the game interesting. Like,
we'll see. Okay, let's end with a little bit of gossip.
Bring it.
Did you see Carl has a podcast coming out?
No.
Yes, Carl is starting his own podcast. So I want to listen and see. I mean, I hope he talks about shit on Summer House we never saw. Please, God.
Yeah, because he did write his memoir. Like, he opened up already. So why not put it all out there?
Wait, he wrote a memoir?
Yes.
What?
Yes, it just came out.
Like, recently?
Very recently, yeah.
And it's Summer House Dirt?
Yeah. He talks about the Workus twins.
Oh my God, I got to order that like tonight.
Doing drugs, like he gets deep into doing drugs and yeah.
For sure. Oh gosh, I have to read this. Okay, I'm so excited. And then Kyle has a new drink coming out called Flower Boy.
Stop it. I feel like I've seen that. Is it new?
It's like an adaptogen drink.
What's that mean?
It's like, it's not alcohol and it's not weed, but it's like
CBD or something?
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, he's got to try something.
It sounds like he's in debt. That came out in interviews that now Amanda might have to take on his debt because she didn't sign a prenup.
I cannot believe her dad did not make her do that. Her dad seems like a really smart guy.
Right.
Any other news? Did they say a release date for Summer House?
I think it's February 3rd.
Oh, yes.
Next Tuesday.
Yay. I'm so excited. Yes. Okay. So Salt Lake City gone, Summer House back.
And the new Muppet Show starts next Wednesday.
The new what?
The new Muppet Show.
I hate the Muppets. You like the Muppets? I hated them as a kid. They're creepy.
Oh, you have to cut this out of your podcast. I can't. That's too much for me.
All right. So next Wednesday, Summer House. It's a date.
Cool.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of Charmingly Toxic. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with your fellow reality TV junkies. You can connect with me on Instagram at Charmingly Toxic and join the conversation in the Charmingly Toxic Facebook group. This podcast is for entertainment and educational purposes only. While I am a licensed therapist, I'm not diagnosing anyone here. Expect real talk, sarcasm, and a few clinical insights woven in along the way. If you're seeking support for a toxic relationship, please reach out to a licensed therapist or visit my website, dccounseling.org.
Let you catch your breath, no doubt it's me who's running.